what can help quiet your mind for a good night's sleep. And I used to try everything from listening to music and listening to tapes on relaxation and alcohol, and herbs, different types of teas I would take, and just different things that I would try. But I had no idea the reason why I couldn't sleep until I really started practicing mindfulness to understand that the reason that we are up at night and are tossing and turning is because of that wonderful thing called the mind. And it's usually the ego mind that keeps us up and keeps us uh, absolutely, you know, uh, tossing and turning and thinking about what happened during that day and what's going to happen, and because the ego mind only thinks in the past or the future, so it's always in a state of survival mode, so it wants to keep us alert and up. So that is the real challenge, is like, how do you quiet the mind? Most people think, well, I can just forget about the mind. Has to be a way that I can just stop thinking. No, we have 60,000 thoughts a day or more. And so what we want to do is be able to not identify with those thoughts. And because we take those thoughts and we become those thoughts in our mind, that there's a anxious thought that comes up and we say, I have anxiety. No, it's not the truth. But we don't know that until we stop and look at those thoughts and absolutely be able to have a choice. We can't have a choice, and we can't decide how we can get another thought or bring in another thought that's even better. And for myself, what I say is that, I use mindfulness as a spiritual tool. And I said, God didn't think of this. That's not his thought. That's my ego playing in my mind. And these thoughts come back. They go back all the way to childhood, a lot of them. And so many people want to suppress those thoughts, but it's a good thing they're coming up. They're coming up because they want to go. But what we happen to do with those thoughts is push them back down again. And what happens, they become emotions and they go into our body. And so they create different unsettling illnesses and other uncomfortable feelings, pain in our back, pain in our neck, or whatever. So what we want to do is be able to turn to those thoughts and be aware of them, because we are awareness. We're not those thoughts. We're not these emotions. They come and they go. They come and they go. But we have problems where we try to hold on to them and we try to make them go away. No, we just use kindness and love, and we are just observing.